let's continue. Day 19, the epilogue. So that's the next day. Okay. Let's do some exploring. First, the Greywick farm. The scent of damp hay lingers on the air as crows pick at the muddy ground between weathered stone barns. The farmer lifts his gaze briefly, offering little more than a nod before turning back to his work. I don't think I'll find anything useful. Strange horticulture. I could use the rest, but there is work to be done. Number 3, the burrows. I have already been here collected the watering shroud. Alright. Number 4. The church is old and the roof is in need of repairs. Moss and lichen adds splash of color to the west grey exterior. Ah yeah, that's here. The green church. The high green church. Where we got the information about the witch's finger. Number 5. Wainwright Hospital. Peeling paint and hollow corridors hum with echoes of hushed voices. The stench of death clings to the stale air, turning my stomach. I have no desire to linger. Number 6. The Heathwood. As I step deeper into Heathwood, the trees begin to change. First sparse and twisted, then thick and shadowed. I'm drawn to explore further, but something holds me back. Maybe another time. Lockhouse. Ivy strangles the iron gate, creaking loudly as it opens. Behind dusk-clogged windows, somebody watches me approach the old house. I tap the brass door knocker, waiting for an answer that never comes. Eight. Where is the 8? Here. The boatyard. Polished hulls half submerged in murky water. Quiet temptation. On any other day I'd be eager to take the boat out, but I must get back. Stockside Rock. This natural monument looms over the town like a relic. Its weathered surface heavy with the weight of Undermere's murky and tangled history. I take a moment to ponder its secrets and carry on. The old jail. The old jail stands silent, its rusted iron bars the only thing separating me from the ghosts of former prisoners. I take a quick look around, but there's nothing to find here. Museum of History. The Museum of History has a quiet grandeur, lined with row upon row of trinkets and curiosities. It's not unlike Strait's Antiquities in that regard, though I doubt there's much of use to me here. The curator ushers me away. Eli and I have an agreement. You know you're not to take anything from the museum. The spoken word. The theater is in surprisingly good condition, given the rather ramshackle state of the rest of the town. I shake my head, remembering the time old Benjamin Marsh mistook a real sword for a prop one, and accidentally stabbed a poor lady in the front row. Props and costume have no use in my line of work. Keystone Manor exudes quiet luxury. Its halls maintained by a handful of discreet, tight-lipped staff who declined my request to meet the family. Market Square. The market square bustles with life. Stallholders call out their waves, and town criers spread the latest gossip to eager ears. If you remember, it was once a place for witch burnings and executions, as one does in Britain. The Twinnings. Unusual, sprawling series of girl-like rooms filled with handcrafted carpentry, ironmongery, and pottery. Workers are too engrossed in their craft to offer any assistance. We've been there, though. The Town Hall. The town hall, a bloated and ineffective institution tangling its own rules and regulations for the greater good, we were promised. But nothing ever changes in Adamir. I have no interest in going inside. The Blacksmith's Guild. Blacksmith's Guild is alive with the rhythm of hard work, iron heated, hammered, and shaped into purpose. There's a rumor that a guild of assassins operates from here. I'd love to poke around, but I'd rather not run afoul of a sharpened blade. Convent of the Ephesian Heart. The convent is an imposing building that appears to be designed for secrecy. The few windows that look out at the street are small and for the most part covered in sturdy iron shutters. The sole entrance is a large iron gate bearing the sigil of the League of the Ephesian Heart, a twin-headed snake. The gate is locked. Andermere Station. Andermere Station is a quiet, unassuming stop. Today, its platform is empty save for a few passengers waiting in silence. 2 trains a day are enough to keep things running out here, a far cry from the hustle and bustle of London. The Pit. The Pit is a squash black hole, perhaps 5 meters in diameter, that has an unnatural look to it. A rough wooden fence has been erected around it, but it has not been maintained in some time and it is broken and collapsed in places. Nothing grows in a wide circle around the gaping chasm. The earth is brown and lifeless. Mossy Wood. A small house sanctuary of ancient forests. Lush moss clings to every surface. Something about the dense green makes it feel like it's hiding a secret. But I find nothing. Golfer's Tower. Climb the narrow winding stair at the top of the tower and I am rewarded with views across Lake Andermere. Not alone the tower, standing in the center of the circular platform, is a statue of a young woman, the maiden, and her outstretched arm points due east across the rooftops of Andermere and beyond. The Merry Bell is an old paddle steamer that hasn't been in working condition for many years. I don't think I'll find much use here. The Blickstones. Blickstones stand in their circle in quiet defiance of time. Once home to witchcraft and rituals now abandoned, silent and still like the surrounding lake. There's magic here, I can feel it, but nothing left for me to uncover. Calgarth Hall. Calgarth Hall stands stately and pristine, its grand architecture a testament to the Calgarth family legacy. Inside, generations of wealth and influence are on display at every turn, but with the girls taken in, no visitors are welcome. Wordsworth Library. The Wordsworth Library is a quiet haven of books and knowledge, its shelves well stocked and well kept, a place where time slows with every turn of a page. The librarian Simone sits at the desk, her focus fixed on her work as always. I found some old books that take it to the history of strange antiquities, she says, without looking up. It's very old, you know. I'll be sure to visit if I uncover anything useful. Jacob's Folly. Lady Rosalind built the folly in memory of her husband, lost to the lake, or so the story goes. Now it stands wind-worn and empty, overlooking the water. I check the turret just in case. Nothing but dust and old stones. Love doesn't leave much behind. Andermere Church. The church is a quiet refuge from the bustle of town. The bells toll. Is it that time already? Better get back. Strange Antiquities. Right back where I started. Royston Farm. Royston Farm is as warm and welcoming as its owner, John. He greets me with a grin and a handshake, always eager to share a story or two about the land. I ask him to let me know if he ever finds anything unusual and leave him to his business. The Quarry Yard. The quarry on the outskirts of Adamir is a relatively recent addition to the town. It was opened by a man named Thomas Pope just over a decade ago and has been in daily operation ever since, supplying limestone for use in construction across the county and beyond. The Eye. It's a strange arrangement of rocks resembling a stone edge site, but on a smaller scale, arranged with purpose, though what that purpose was remains a mystery. The locals call it the Eye. There is nothing else to see here. So those are all the rooms, all the places in Undermere. Should I try and see all the rooms here? I think we saw the kitchens. I think we can go to everywhere, but not the master bedroom. Conservatory. Potted plants line the edges. Wren, Jacobsworth, and comfrey among them. It's peaceful, save for the distant chirp of birds, but it's time to move on. The smells and sounds of cooking greet me as I enter the castle kitchen. Simmering stews and clicking pots. Hard stairs make my presence conspicuous, so I leave them to it. A long dining table fills a room more often used for intellectual dinner parties than dancing. Still, it holds a sense of occasion. There's nothing to find here. The courtyard. Neat hedgerows and worn pillars frame the space. Gravel crunches underfoot, the only sound in the otherwise quiet courtyard. There's no reason to linger. The grand hallway. A grand staircase spirals upward at both sides, flanked by portraits of noble faces with hollow eyes that seem to follow my every step. And now, I've seen the library. There is nothing else with name, but the master bedroom. Now here, no matter where I go, I think I have no place. I mean, it will just say that, why did I come here? So, let's see some more customers. Tess. My father is suffering from Morgan's insanity. His doctors have given up on him, but Dr. Robertson told me there might be a way to save him. She said it might be possible to stop the infection spreading by cutting the poisonous thoughts from his mind, but she said it was beyond her skill. Yeah, I know what you mean. A diverging hook. Peggy Grafton. There is an old hermit living out past Wastwater, who barely comes into town. He brings me lists now and then for odd things. This time he wants something that will pull water from thin air. No idea if he's mad or onto something, but I said I'd ask around. So, water. Manus, the water's shadow. According to Whitelock, these are lighter than an Evocan by half, not exactly the most useful insight. They are carried by desert nomads who use them to conjure precious water from the cool night air. Alright. Half. So we can put the evocant here and try various stuff. What have I not recognized yet? This cannot be it. Oh. This has a gemstone that looks like it's for water. Pale blue, turquoise, aquamarine. A stone of water. Yeah. And how about symbology? Is there a symbol for water? Thunder. Yeah, nothing. But you know what? Let's see. About half. Let's see if that's the one. The item features an aquamarine gemstone, stone of water, and using my scales, it's about half a pound. My lungs are shot. My doctors have told me to settle my affairs. But I'm not ready to give up. Not yet. I've heard a local story about the Witch of Vandermeer and her healing abilities. They say it's dangerous and painful, but sometimes it works. Yeah, the witch's finger. Oh, come on. Where did you go now? Owen Fox. My farm is diseased, my crops won't hold, and even the animals are uneasy. My old man says they are angry. He says I should call upon Corhan for wisdom and blessings. Can you help? This land's all I've got. So, Corhan. These are items for Corhan. A stone of night and darkness. No, I don't think that's the one. I believe though this is an item of Corhan, right? So it's either it's one of those three, but I don't think it's the Ossic ring. Wisdom and blessings. This bears the soul, but it's out of clay. Wait, let's see more about Corhan. Corhena. Used to call on the guile and wisdom of the goddess Corhan. She is goddess of the earth, creation and rebirth. It is maintained by some of that these are not objects of power, but they exude an imposing aura that is hard to explain. An imposing aura. Yeah, that doesn't have an aura, but this does. Corhena. Martha Chapman. I collect rare artifacts, especially those with, shall we say, questionable uses. A waving edge has always fascinated me. I don't plan on using it, heavens no. Blood magic, old tradition, I simply must have it. A waving edge. The waving edge is used to enter the Red Night, bloodthirsty state of mind. Tradition dictates that the handles should be made from the wood of great oak. Oh, I remember that. Great oaks are believed to have been planted by Scythia herself. Alright, alright, alright. Yeah, that is a pendant that is made from the great oak. I'm sure of that. And it looks like a hunter's tool, so... I mean... It is an edge. Frances Mason. I've read the tales of Clarice from cover to cover. I was surprised to learn of some of the powers he could wield. Did you know that he could walk through walls? I read that he used a water shadow, but that we have lost the knowledge of how they work over the years. I don't expect I'll get very far with it, but I'd like to study one all the same. Who knows, perhaps I'll succeed where others have failed. Water shadow. Water shadow, no, here. Here. It is alleged that a water shadow can be used to pass through solid matter, but the art has long faded from memory. The items themselves are often uninteresting, producing only a faint thermic field, perhaps as a result of going unused for so many years. Alright, so what have I not seen yet? What have I not used yet? This one. It does... Let's see. It needs to have a faint thermic field. Well, you're not calling this weak thermic field. What about this one? Normal. Okay, yeah, this is quite faint. I think that's... What is it made of? It's somewhat cool, and it's made of tin. And it gives me goosebumps. But it has a faint one, yeah. It's a faint thermic field, so yeah, it did the job. Rufus Shelley. My boy is sick, his dreams are heavy, and he is preoccupied with death. The darkness is growing in him. I need him to see the light of Corhan. Despite appearances, these Noctic items have no connection to the League of the Amphisian Heart. They are objects of considerable power that can turn darkness to light and fear to joy. Alright. Despite appearances, they are not Noctic. Despite their Noctic appearance. That's the only thing I haven't seen yet. This is a Selenic field. Is there anything else that I haven't seen? This, but this is just protection from everything, as I see. This is just earth. That doesn't look like a light. Let's see. Ah, it's not the one. That was weird. How do we find the light? Considerable power. What else? Objects. It says object. So it's not... This is a pit, I think. What about this one? I mean, it is related to Korhan. Design includes a two-headed snake, motif that is used in the Lake of the Ephesian Heart. It has a Noctic gemstone and it produces a Noctic field. Yeah, it is Noctic, alright. Alice Holtby. My grandmother followed the old ways. She kept a Dredic altar in the cellar. She believed in asking for nature's blessing before a harvest. I found a note about a ritual meant to bring abundance, but it needs an argel. This seems like the place to find one. What is an argel? A vessel of the earth used in various Dredic rituals. A vessel. Yeah, that's simple. Symbols of the earth everywhere, made out of clay, which is the earth. Tommy Brown. I walk the riverbeds searching for stones, amethyst, jade, maybe Vivianite if I'm lucky. It's hard to spot them in the muck. But I heard about these remnants that let you feel the glimmer through the dirt. Ah, yes, I remember. Worth a shot. Yeah, you want the remnant of Mars? Aris? Remnant of Aris. I remember from Rose. I just didn't give it to her. Thomas Pope again. We've hit a bit of a snag and I've had to shut down the quarry. Our dynamite suppliers has had a little accident. I'll spare you the details. I wonder, is there anything among your fine collection that could get us up and running again in the short term? I'm losing money by the minute. So you want something to help you with the quarry. You want what, to split stone? Okay. The only thing that I think can help is the pit because it splits stone. William Whitley. My thesis is on the psychology of fear, but books can only take me so far. I need to feel it properly. I'm sure you have something. Fear. Fear. The only thing that can use fear is, I don't know. Fear. Let's say. Fear. Light of Korhan, Spirit Eye, and Zeh. Worn about the neck to place them closer to the heart, these innocent-looking items instill a sense of fear and paranoia. They can be difficult to remove. Zehs are made of any single material except wood or clay. They typically have no symbol or other writings upon their surface. Yeah, no symbol. I need no symbol on the neck. It's a pendant, so yeah, that's the only pendant with nothing else on. I mean, this has a hidden one. And I have a strong sense of being watched, so yeah, paranoia, I guess. So paranoia creates fear. Althea Osha. Ah, I remember you. I've been looking into Cove and the Bloody Queen for a book of historical figures that I'm writing. I'm finding it surprisingly difficult to verify much of your story. I was hoping to take a look at one of the Bloodstone artifacts that were created in her name, if you have one, of course. Yeah, Corvan's Might. I remember Corvan's Might. It was asked by that girl. Constance Butter. I'm not trying to hurt anyone, just shift their thinking a little. Yes, it's how the aphasia heart. Sometimes all it takes is a suggestion in the right state of mind. Do you have anything suitable? Alright. Yeah, I think I do. Because if I remember, I have not this, this little thingy that has this symbol, and this symbol means, if I remember, yes, hypnosis, so yeah. This pendant features hidden symbol of hypnosis, so yeah, that's it. Jane Fairbairn. My sons are out of control. Jail doesn't teach them anything. A year behind bars and they come back worse. I want them to feel the wrong they've done. Real penance, so that they might change their ways. If I remember, I used the seed stone, the biting seed, yes, to make them feel guilty. James Herschel. There's a lawman snooping around the Blacksmith's Guild. Can't have them poking into parts of business they're not supposed to, if you catch my drift. I need a way to keep them out. Ah, yes, the Lunima. Lunima. I remember I was supposed to use it with the brother of Eli. Could it be this one? Nothing to remark. A piece of driftwood. Turquoise gemstone. That's a lot of water stuff. Painted markings. A lot of sea stuff. Don't think it's Lunima. Is there any other objects I haven't? Oh yeah, that one. Symbols of the elements and the feeling of disquiet that makes someone stay away. Freddie Lumb. I can't bear the pain any longer. I would rather have no memory of her at all than suffer like this. Don't try to talk me out of it. I've already made up my mind. So I need an abrasive method. I think I have 3 methods and that's the only one that doesn't have it. So that doesn't have a name. So yeah, I'll use this. Using the index, yes, what the method looks like. Does not fit the description of solemn or restful varieties, so it must be abrasive. Charlotte Bradshaw. My brother captains a small fishing vessel in Haverake. There was a big storm last month and 2 boats never came home. I remember what the old sailors used to carry. Charms, tokens, things to keep the sea calm, or at least keep you afloat. I want to give him something like that, just in case. A sheen. Sheen. These common items are made using materials with connection to the ocean. They began as superstition, simple objects made by sailors and fishermen to keep their boats safe, but with the help of the old thaumaturgists, they became something more and many lives were saved. I think that driftwood is something, and you know, a gemstone of this, a turquoise is aquamarine. Yeah. David Schaffer. Rain. Again. Soaked to the bone before I'm halfway through my rounds. I'm fed up with it. I've got a few bob to spare, if you know a way to keep me dry. Keep you dry. Protection it is. Stormward. These simple items supposedly grant a low level of protection against the elements, but this author has personally become soaked to the bone in one too many downpours to trust one of those claims. They are made from metal, typically bronze or iron, so I have seen this thingy that is with all the elements around it. And it has a gem, a green gemstone, which is of the earth. Nothing else to remark. It's made of bronze. I think that's the one. Numerous weather-related symbols and made of bronze. And with that, I am done. Time for a well-earned rest, right after I give Jupiter one last scratch behind the ears. Yeah, you can have all the scratches behind the ears, Jupiter. And yes, we are done, because now we have collected information and we have recognized all of the items we have in the Strange Antiquities shop. So have a nice rest, just like Jupiter here. Lots of hugs. Get your cat on your lap and give it hugs and scratches behind the ears and have it purr like Jupiter here. Drink some more of your hot cup of tea and have a very nice day or evening. Goodbye from me. Bye bye.